Good evening, Internet, and all the ships at sea. This is Alexandra Aaron, and I am about to do the notorious Cinnamon Challenge. Or, well, I have a sort of expanded version that I call Pyramus and Thisbe. I call it Pyramus and Thisbe because it will consist of 3 acts. The first will be tedious, the second will be brief, and the third has the potential for most tragical mirth. The backstory on this is that a couple of weeks back, a friend of mine needed some help raising the money for their rent. I pledged I would do this. For a third of it, I would do the cinnamon challenge. If 2/3 of it were raised, I would prepare myself for the challenge by eating a whole container of saltines on camera. And if the full amount was raised, I would perform the death-defying stunt of eating dry Captain Crunch after eating the crackers and before doing the cinnamon challenge. So in theory, my mouth should be about as arid as the Sahara when I actually do this, because you folks raise the money. It's taken me a couple of weeks to get the materials together and arrange the necessary conditions. I had a number of people concerned about my safety with the cinnamon and my comfort with the Captain Crunch. I actually got more comments about eating dry Captain Crunch than anything else. People, don't worry, I eat Captain Crunch for breakfast. But so I have a off-camera safety monitor on hand. I have some water handy, and there is a doctor on premises. Now, okay, Act 1 is going to be tedious, as I said. I did this because the normal saltine challenge of eating like 4 to 6 crackers is just not that daunting to me. I did not consider, when I did this, how long it will actually take me to eat a whole container of saltine crackers on camera. So, while I pledged to do this as one big unedited take, I'm gonna upload the whole video, but then I'm also going to put up an edited version that just starts at the beginning with me eating the saltine crackers, and then cuts to the end of that and lets you see the rest of it. Okay, so I'm gonna get some in my on-deck area here. And, this is the part. I kept thinking, like, do I talk while I'm doing this? Because if I do that, it's going to take longer. If I don't, it's just literally going to be a video of me eating crackers. And, it's the internet. There's going to be somebody who's into this. So, whoever you are, this is for you. I told you this would be tedious. I hope the microphone is at least picking up some interesting and amusing noises. cannot even tell you how much my nose itches right now. It's a little warm in here. I had to turn off all of my fans and the window air conditioning so that you would have a chance of hearing me. And I'm probably forgetting to speak up now, so I'm sorry about that. And, yeah. At least it's cooler now than it was like a week, 2 weeks ago. We had 100-degree weather into the first week of August here, so fun. I'm like the Cookie Monster's boring cousin. The first bit of that was me getting, crumbs out. The rest was just I was interested in watching my face on the screen doing weird contortions. Well, there's less than 20 left. In fact, there's exactly 12 left, so I have 2 saltine challenges to go. I was going to try to sprint and actually do this pile of 6 crackers in 60 seconds, but then I'm like, no, don't injure yourself, don't tire yourself out here. I still have other things to do after this, so. Ooh, I was about to say one more, but then I forgot I split the last pile. So there are 3 more after this one. Last one. Okay, I think that took about 10 minutes. The timer showing 13 minutes. I don't know when I started that versus the start of the video, but oh well. Okay, next Captain Crunch. I'm not actually using the spoon for this because it's dry. This is actually slightly more than the recommended serving size of 3/4 of a cup, because have you ever looked at 3/4 of a cup of cereal? It is the saddest thing in the world. Okay, now, I chose Captain Crunch because it's notorious for injuring people's mouths because of the hard coating of what I think is a proprietary blend of corn syrup and carnauba wax and Teflon that coats these things. Supposedly it cuts the top of your mouth when you chew on it. I just want to point out that's a rookie mistake. If you have that problem, the solution: don't chew. But I think shotgunning a bowl of Captain Crunch would be violating the spirit of this test, so. I mean, it's called Captain Crunch. It's not called Captain Swallow. Captain Swallow was a very fine seaman, of course. I lost one crunch berry. Since I have more than 3/4 of a cup, I hope I'm not disqualified. But yes, Captain Swallow was a very, very fine captain. He's the one who started the tradition of the captain going down with the ship. I'd tell you to insert a rim shot there, but a rim shot is something else. Don't mind me stuffing my face, I'm trying to get this video in at under half an hour. Okay, so now we come to what the French call the piece of resistance. I have here a tablespoon of cinnamon. Let me get that. Try to angle that for the camera without dumping it all over my keyboard. That comes later. I'm not going to be sticking that in my mouth because it is my roommate's, and even if it is dishwasher safe, that just seems kind of rude. So here we have our first. Let me get that bowl back up here. Never said I would work without a net. Okay. Let me get the transfer on camera so you can see I'm not substituting. I'm losing a little bit here, but there was, I think, a little bit more than a tablespoon in there. Okay. So, okay, there's so much potential for wrongness here because, among other things, I'm subject to hand spasms at the worst possible moments. So, I could end up catapulting this right at you at any moment before it's even in my face. But here goes nothing. Oh, that is distinctly unpleasant. I don't know why people do that. I seriously do not recommend anybody try that. Ugh. Yuck. Gross. And with that, Internet, I bid you adieu. I bid you 2 do's. I bid you all of the do's.